We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Hargrave will be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Pretty move. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Now Purdy. And his throw here's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Defensively thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That is caught. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Purdy looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
16 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. From 21 yards away. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Purdy will throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time, now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Another one caught by Collins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That one goes for 24 yards.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll send the tight end in motion left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Steps away to his left. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Final play of the half. Purdy.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
He may go.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And fresh off that pick six, here's Purdy.
Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Purdy now to throw.
Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Throwing here, Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game.
Case in point right there.
Here's Purdy. He'll buy some time right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. Forced out to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy, 14 yards. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Jake Moody now for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The left side caught by Diggs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Purdy. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Purdy from the gun.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here comes 2nd down.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield. Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Stroud to throw it.
Keeps him, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
This has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, paired out with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Now Stroud.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Purdy to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Maybe looking for a flag, but they're not going to get one there. They took a shot, hoping to find a way to sneak into field goal range, but it's incomplete. And now with time almost gone, the task gets much more difficult.
This one caught by Kittle.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So 3 points, the deciding margin, and the kick no good at the end that could have sent us to overtime. And while it was a decently long kick, you know, we've almost gotten to the point with these kickers these days, anything inside 60, we just expect them to make it, but that was a tough pressure kick.
I love how you brought that up, though. That is so true, because the kickers have almost done themselves a disservice by being so good. Exactly right. And when they do miss it, I'm not sure we give enough gravity to the idea of, you know, that's a really long kick in a difficult situation, folks. Tough attempt, and he missed.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Enough build-up. The ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And we're off and running from Houston. Damian Pierce now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Pass caught by Tank Dell. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. Brings it in at the 12. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Mayfield comes out throwing. Catch made by Bucky Irving. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. Here's Baker. This one finds Irving. Breaks through, and the ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. Breaks the tackle, still going. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of... Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. From the 27. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Try and get in it to Nico Collins. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are tackled on the return after taking the interception back to the 25. Third down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
Right back to Irving now. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Third and short, Mayfield. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Well, somewhat surprising way for us to begin the scoring here, Brock. And what it tells me is we could be in for a pretty wild type of game.
Yeah, I think you like wild, I like wild. Points can come in any variety in football, but you're right. When they start in this kind of fashion with the takeaway for 6, more often than not, stranger things occur.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Offense up to the line fast. Baker now off to play fake. And oh, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
That's going to be caught by Evans. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. First down, here's Baker. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Jeff Okuda. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Mayfield to throw again. Got Evans, it's complete. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Baker throwing again. Got his target, it's Ahu. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Buccaneers hustling to the line, they're in the hurry up. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. This finds Evans. Complete. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Irving here from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. From the gun, Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Mayfield now on 3rd and goal. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Here we go. It's Mayfield. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers earn the chance to tie before halftime. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. His return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the center. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. That's Evans making the catch outright. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He's back to throw. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the give to Irving. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Working quickly here. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Headed out right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is where you're out in the schoolyard, out on the playground, and you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Irving on the inside give. He's got to gain a 6 there. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throw left side, complete. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Third down, here's Mayfield. Called in left side. And this one doesn't go far. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Baker out of the pistol. Finds him over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
2nd and 3 now. On the give, this is Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. 3rd and short, Mayfield. He's on the move. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Stiff arm success. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Baker to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Carry here for Irving. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Going power with a big tight end. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. The give now to White. And he's brought down for a loss. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Buccaneers trail by just 1. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. He's going to keep this one. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. Now, hang on a minute. I'm upset for this quarterback. They just declined that call, Brock.
Boy, if I was the quarterback who threw the incompletion and my coach declined it, I'd be right over there asking for an explanation and maybe his resignation.
And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
Okay, you could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
And he'll get it up to the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a carry by Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Completed over the middle. There he goes on the right side. Into the red zone. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some all-important insurance. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here he is to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. Give him 13 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. He'll look to throw it. Complete to Dell. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Into the hands of Schultz. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. Mixon. And it's not over yet, football fans. He scores, and now a 2-point conversion will force overtime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Back to throw. And the conversion is good. He's into the end zone. Oh, looks like we may be headed for overtime. They're not out of it yet. That conversion successfully timed this game. Puts us, of course, on track for overtime.
So much momentum gain. Long odds to get those 2-point conversions, but now you got to have discipline. We know, we've seen it in playoffs. With limited time left, you got to make sure you finish the deal and carry this momentum you've just gained into that extra frame.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! Kamari Lassiter with the pick. Wow, he's dropped hard on the return by one of the offensive linemen.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. So now it's all up to Kaimi Fairbairn. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime.
Kaimi Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Tucker now on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
At their own 41-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. First throw of overtime now. This one finds Irving. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Offense up to the line fast. Play fake, it's Mayfield. Flushed out of the pocket. Got his target, it's Otten. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Baker now from the gun. Flushed down out to his left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Henry comes up with it. You want that ball first in OT, Brock. You get the chance to control your own destiny. But what a stunning turn of events now as that interception gives this team a chance to win it all right here.
That just can't happen. I mean, offensively, that just can't happen. But defensively, I know exactly what those defenders are saying as they're running off the field. Okay, now's your time. Go finish this pick, go win this game, and let's go celebrate in that locker room.
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the gun, Stroud. He's got him. That's Mixon. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
3rd down, Mixon gets it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Final timeout called by the Texans. So here they are, a chance to win this with a field goal. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. This 32 yards out on the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead. So it's the Texans who defend their building to take the win. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3. And his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Our first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That one complete. It's tanked down.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Here's Stroud.
He's got the hookup with Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Stroud to throw it. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Touchdown, Texans.
Joe Mixon
From 3 yards out.
And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Geno now to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First carry here for Ken Walker. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. Now it's Smith. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Again, it's Mixon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them with no gain.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. To throw is Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Smith now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Smith. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Stroud looking to change the play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Stroud looking to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derek Stingley picks it. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive.
Well, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That one.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And this one too low.
You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
In motion goes McLeod. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. A complete to Drake London. And he's taken down inside the 30. The rookie from Washington put it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, he bowls over him. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here is 3rd and 5. And looking to throw, Penix. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Robinson on a give right side. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To the air, Penix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Buying time to his left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Ray McCloud, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Texans nothing.
Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Stroud eluding the pressure right. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. From the gun to give to Mixon. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Mixing up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Stroud.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Stroud to throw it. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Stroud working out of the gun. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's Stroud. The quick slant caught. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described the interception.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dalton Schultz as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
23 yards on the play.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. A play fake. Now Penix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Looking to throw Penix. Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Now Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
They'll throw with Penix. Touchdown! Drake London from 17 yards out. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Flush to his right.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Back now in Atlanta. Here's a give to Mixon. And down inside the 15 he goes. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 13 now they work on 1st and 10. Once again they run with Mixon. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Stroud. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And that's a nice throw right there, and I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here comes 2nd down at 5. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Matt Judah, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Oh, they'll try and sneak this.
But nothing doing there. They get to the 3, and that's all.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return is Williams. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range.
They'll come up now on second down.
Back to throw here. Being chased out left. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Boy, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even. And
so the Texans will have the first opportunity here in the overtime session as we are back underway.
shoves him aside near the 35.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
That's a pretty strong return to start this overtime. And you know that if you run some decent offense, you should have a shot at a field goal. But I'd have to think to myself, I want the 6 points. I want this game over now. I don't want to give the other team a chance to come back and beat me.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 74 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a first down.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run it for the first time with Damian Pierce.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
First throw of overtime. Stroud.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Jordan. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
A handoff to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
9 yards there on a touchdown run.
He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now a first throw here in overtime.
And caught by London.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And looking to throw, Penix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing again, Penix. complete this one to the Cloud. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air, Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Penix working out of the gun here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll try and throw with Penix. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a one-point lead. But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. about ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Houston. Marvin Mims now from his own end zone. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff. Wow, that is going to set a tone for what could be a very physical game. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Devontae Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. Kamari Lassiter there on the stop. Play action now. It's Nix. He will air this out. Looking for Sutton. Oh, no. Right at the start, he loses the football. The Texans have it. Wow, you think you have moved it down the field with a terrific pass and catch. But gotta finish the play. And on the turnover, the defense takes over.
You work so hard, Mike, to execute the play the way it's designed, and you come up with a huge, explosive play in the pass game, only to then lose it because of poor ball security. And that's exactly what we saw here. Give credit to the defense forcing that ball out, but it's a shame that it came at the end of what was a big offensive play.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. Third and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. Oh, he tried to get away, but he can't break free, and that is going to be a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
First and 10 now from the 36. They'll go right back to Mixon. He's got space inside the 25. The speed on display. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Marvin Mims now from his own end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll go play action with Nix. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
And this is what happens when you compare a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
He'll take a shot with Mims. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And that'll set up fourth down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on third and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation will be a little bit more conservative playing for the fourth down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up fourth and a mile.
And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line. Nix, now to throw it here on first down. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack. That should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. On second down, it's Nix. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Third and long. On the give, it's Williams. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Putting the tight end in motion. On fourth down, here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. And although it's just the second quarter of this one, they'll chase the points now and try to get things tied up. That's in the end zone and intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Alex Singleton, there on the tackle. 2nd and 7. Now, Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
He's got his man. It's Diggs. He's going to have a Texans 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Stroud. 2 minutes to go. 1st half in a 2-point game. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. 3rd down and 9. Here's Stroud. He's got his man complete to Dell. And he's in. Take down. Touchdown, Houston.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
Marvin Mims now from his own end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll look deep, left sideline. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Nix gonna throw for it. He finds Mims. It's complete. And he is going to have the Broncos 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is brought in. And he will get into the end zone. Devon Vele. Touchdown, Denver. Will Lutz now for the PAT. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. This is caught. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for two doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. Pass to the outside. He's got Diggs. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Stroud to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. Joe Mixon. He's inside the 30. And he is gone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Houston.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
So we have a 10-point game here at halftime. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. 2nd half. Drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Pierce for the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. 11 yards on the pass there. It's good for a Texans 1st down. Stroud. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. Second down, and here's a run, and here's Mixon. That would qualify as an angry run. Powering his way forward. A pickup of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the 2nd half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A run here with Mixon. Mixon has the first down and more. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side to Mixon. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. On the give, this is Mixon. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. Now Stroud. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score. Dalton Schultz. Touch.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Our first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys
I like
in the
that.
circle.
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. 44 yards. And the Texans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Fields changing the play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Fields. Pass complete.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So first and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Back to throw. Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Fields now to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now it's Fields. He's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. Oh, that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Inside handoff to Mixon. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Once again, they run with Mixon. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd down and 3. Stroud to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, 32 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Fields. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Fields. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Completes it to Austin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Fields throwing again. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long. And they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, son. Up.
To throw is Fields. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. First carry for Najee Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Boswell good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Final play of the half, Stroud. Caught left side, here's Dell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
On play action, Fields. Here's one deep for Pickens.
And he's got it inside the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Fields on third and goal. This is caught. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. They snap it to Fields. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here.
Touchdown, Houston! Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Brings up second and 18 at the 14-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields, a short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. From the gun on third down, Fields. To the right side and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Nixon will try the right side. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here's Stroud. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And Stroud now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score. And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Austin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in the first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Fields, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Stroud. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Stroud to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here's Austin. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Back to throw. Fields. Got his man. It's Warren. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Fields. He finds his man. Complete. It's Warren. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here now, 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. Oh, that is well read on the backside. And he'll be met well behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. From 52 yards away, he gets it to go. And the Steelers have won the game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. This
Thank you for watching.